Okay, so I just want to talk about the Wardruna and Chelsea Wolfe concert I went to the other night at the Greek Theater here in LA. And I mainly went for Chelsea. Let's just say Wardruna's music is not for me, and I'll get to that. Oh, and just keep in mind, I'm not a music critic or a music reviewer guy or anything like that. I just really love listening to music, so I'm probably just talking on my ass for all of this. She started like right on the dot at 7:30, and I barely got to my seat at that time because I got a super last minute job that day. So it was kind of annoying. She started at start time, at the advertised start time. I'm so used to artists starting like at least 30 minutes after start time. I think Paul McCartney started like 2 hours after the advertised start time, which that was annoying, but at least it gives people who are late to like not miss anything. And yeah, her set was pretty good. It was great. She played a lot more of her like low-key, folky stuff, just cause it was just her and somebody else on keyboard / synth. I wish she had at least like some playback going on, especially for like 16 Psyche, or like, cause some of the songs just felt incomplete with just her and keyboard. This great drum section kicks in towards the end of Mother Road, and that's just missing when there's no playback, no backing track. Her set was about 45 minutes, which is pretty expected since she's just an opener, but I just wish we had more of her and less of Wardruna. This is a Wardruna show. But yeah, she performed great. Her voice sounded great. I loved the song selection. She did play a new song too. I think it was called Cold. And I really liked the vibe of it. I didn't record it. I probably should have, but she did announce she's working on a new album a few months ago. Maybe that'll be on that, but I liked what I heard. My favorite song she played was probably Place in the Sun or Dusk, just because the vibe of those ones worked really well, more stripped back and acoustic-like. Whereas if she played 16 Psyche with a full band, that's probably the obvious answer. She played Feral Love. She closed with Feral Love, which got a big reaction out of the crowd. Which I do like that song, but it's not personally one of my favorites. But it was a vibe, especially because it was really dark with all the red lighting. And it probably would have been cooler in like a closed venue, since we were at the Greek Theater, so it was open air. But the lighting, especially in Feral Love, was pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, I probably picked the cheapest seats I could get because I did not want to pay so much money for Wardruna. So I got what I could get. So I had not the best view, but at least I still got to see her and listen to her music. I did a bit of a Chelsea Wolfe haul while I was there. Got this patch, which, I mean, this is probably like the only Chelsea Wolfe patch I can find. Everything else I see online just isn't that great. So this will probably go on my normie blue jacket, or maybe one day I might make another normie black jacket. But got a patch. Birth of Violence on vinyl. Really love this album. Like, just very folky. It's such a vibe. I love Mother Road on here, The Birth of Violence, Deranged for Rock and Roll. Just so many great tracks. I love Chelsea when she's more on that doomy kind of metal sound. And she has shifted a lot more to folk / electronic recently, but in terms of like more doomy, folky sounding music, like this is an incredible album. I love it. Like, the atmosphere just draws me in. It's just so like melancholic and moody and depressing, and it's just stuff like this I just eat up. Got this t-shirt. You can just get it on her website, but they did have a tour t-shirt, which is just an awkward like design of her face on her shirt, and then the Wardruna tour dates on the back, which I didn't really like. So I got this. Really love the design of it. So yeah, that was a bit of my Chelsea Wolfe haul. And I did stick around for Wardruna. I was very curious. I have listened to some of their songs on Spotify. And, you know, they're just not for me. That type of, like, historically inspired or historically accurate Viking folk music, I could never get into that. I'm just not a Viking boo. I'm not into Viking stuff or anything like that. I do like how, I think it was Einar, he came out against like cultural supremacy and racism during the set, because if you make Viking music, you're gonna attract a lot of Viking fans, and Viking fans tend to be a little sussy when it comes to things like that. I think another similar band is like called Heilung or Amplified History, and they're more about like historical music in general. I've also listened to some of them. It's just, again, not for me. I could just not get into that kind of stuff. Wardruna's set was long. It was like an hour 45 or 2 hours, and just sitting there just watching music, I'm not that into. I was like kind of dying, not gonna lie. And I tried to go in with an open mind. Like, I can hear some of Wardruna influence in like Birth of Violence, and like the people I was sitting next to, like I heard them talk about Chelsea during her set. They're like, "Oh, this is a weird opener for Wardruna. It's like a completely different vibe." And they were talking about how Chelsea, the music they heard was a lot more chill compared to Wardruna. Like, yeah, they're just calming the crowd down before they get to the heavy stuff. And I just wanted to say, like, what heavy stuff with Wardruna? Wardruna is not that kind of band. Like, sure, Einar comes from Gorgoroth, but Wardruna's not, they're not that kind of band to go balls to the walls in terms of heaviness. So I thought that was a bit weird. Like, yeah, so I can see in the crowd, some people were not vibing with Chelsea Wolfe. But all in all, it was a fun show. I only went for Chelsea. I checked out Wardruna, not for me. And I hope to catch Chelsea Wolfe again one day with her full band.